Hi guys, it's Mike here. Today I wanted to show you something I called cameo embossing because it kind of reminded me of the cameo clothes that military, or in this case because it's blue, navy people wear. I didn't have many greens and I wanted silver and blue because that reminds me of ice crystal, snow, frosty evenings, Christmas stuff. Ha! I don't know. You figure it out. I have quite a collection I picked out. And I didn't use the Lindy stampgang, but I used Papermania Superfine Silver, and then Earth Tone Blueberry from WoW, Opaque Primary Frozen, also WoW, Coastal Embossing Glitter, and Ice Silver Embossing Glitter. And those are the colors I used. I showed you, I chose quite a big die from Yvonne Creations because although I just showed you the snowflakes, I think the opening would be too delicate and you wouldn't really see all the patterns I'm going to make in the embossing powder. So, there's no real rhyme or reason, but I think you should use something that has a bigger opening, if that makes sense. Something chunky. Is that good? And well, the sentiment was still on it from yesterday's card making, so I used that again. And it's from Hero Arts Get Merry, and I'm using my Versamark pad and the Silver Fine from Papermania. Silver Fine, super fine silver. Huh, sorry about that. And I'm just, sprinkling it on. You all know how embossing works. So this is our panel is the same size as the card base, and that's mostly due to the sentiment. Otherwise I might have made it slightly narrower and smaller, so you will get a matte. Here's the die that's still in it. You can actually use the die cut as well, and I'm gonna do that at the end of the video. So stick it on, pass it through your embossing machine, your die cutting machine. I have the big shot, you all know that by now. I'm tracing the opening, whereabouts the deer is, and I'm smooshing the ink pad on it so it doesn't really matter how big it is. I'm making it a little bit bigger so you can peek from the sides. You won't really see the white background, but I also don't really want to waste a lot of embossing powder on well, areas where there's no opening. That's a bit silly, right? So I'm putting on quite a thick layer because it takes a little bit of time and otherwise it might dry up. In my first card, it kind of dried before I was done. So you can use a little spoon if you want, or just pinch it on with your fingers, whatever you prefer, little straw or whatever. And then if you pick it up, don't drop it, because then this happens. But yeah, it all adds to the effect, and yeah, it's not an exact science, and you will never get two exactly the same. So don't try it. That's the blueberry from WoW. And because it's really dark, I think you should use less of it. But it's all about what you want. And then this is either ice silver or that coastal. I can't really tell the difference. One has more blue glitter in it, but I can't see it. And then this is frozen, which is opaque. Most of the flat colors, I would say, from WoW are transparent. So I thought I'd just mix some of the frozen with one of my glitters to make a custom color and a glittery frozen. So that's a heat set it. I won't bore you with it because it's a big panel. It takes a while. And I'm also sprinkling on some of that leftover glitter that I dropped, as you can see, where it's still soft. The embossing soft is still warm and it catches, but point away your heat gun, otherwise it goes all over your desk, and you can see that on my mat in the top. Don't look at it. So I'm actually adding a bit more blue just because I thought it would look nicer. And you can use blues, greens, reds, browns if you want to go for a realistic deer color. But as I said, I like this frosty, silvery winter snowflake color for deer. Yes. Well, foam tape. And because of all the little details, I'm gonna use the little foam squares as well. But you know, do the big areas with the big tape. And I couldn't find my foam squares because they fell on the floor. Ah, there they are. So, are you already in the Christmas card making gear? Because, you know, I think I've made enough already, but I keep coming up with ideas. And, well, this is for a challenge actually. One is for the Simon System Monday challenge. That's this one, which is about embossing powders or pigment powder. So it's called Powder Power. And the other one will be for for the less is more challenge, which is about using thread. It's gonna be this one. So that's the positive of the die cut, and I didn't want to waste it. I smeared on some Versamark as well, and then I'm sprinkling on the same colors embossing powders. I'm using my tweezers because it's sticky all over. For most things, I kind of prefer to use my hands because I have more control. So I switched here to my hands. A stupid tweezer. Oh, and then I thought, well, let's see how the Lindy stampgang works, and that's called Hyacinth Blue Jade. And this is a two-tone embossing powder. And it's also very dark blue. I think it's actually quite similar to the blueberry in the end. I'm using a tweezer to hold it because it might blow away, but it didn't. And then yeah, you pop it up with the little foam squares as well on a card. And instead of a window, you have a popped up figure and you have no wastage. So here are the cards stills that I made, and I hope you like it. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you do make them, please let me know, and I would love to see them. So thank you. Bye bye.